Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today I'm participating in It's Always Halloween collaboration hosted by my good friends Dawn from Shabby Meets Bling and Monica from Up All Night DIY. In today's video I'm going to be showing you some of my past favorite blingy Halloween DIYs that I've done to coordinate with this decor here that I already have. This is the way I like to decorate for Halloween. I've just been so busy lately with things going on at my house and the townhome that we just sold recently, and I'll be doing a video on that later on. So I just didn't have time to get my Halloween projects done, but I will be doing something for next month that will be Halloween. What I'm doing here is some candles for those candelabras, and I'm just using the used toilet paper rolls here. And I am just going to be tearing them instead of making a straight cut because I want them to look like they have been melted down, for quite a while. And I will be doing different heights of these. And what I'm going to do to make the wax is just take some hot glue and go down. And I did end up using my bigger hot glue gun because I didn't like how skinny the wax strips were on here. But you can see how it's looking right now. This is looking like you've had that wax dripping for quite a long time. Many, many hours. If they last that long. Alright, so here's one. Like I said, I used my bigger glue gun and made the drips much thicker. I just painted it black. And now I'm just taking some of my white chalk paint and I'm highlighting over. And I know, yes, the wax would be black because I had people comment on that, but to see it, you want to highlight it like this. And I like to start out lightly and go darker with the white if I want to. So here is how they all turned out. I did 6 candles. I also cut some cardboard here to put down in because I need to have a little tea light in here. These I got from the Dollar Tree. They were, actually these aren't the Dollar Tree ones. These I got off of Amazon, but they do have them at the Dollar Tree. And I painted them black so you don't see the white. And these are going to fit nicely on my 2 candelabras. Now the next one is these pumpkins. I have 2 of these. I got these at the Goodwill many, many years ago, and I've just never done anything with them. I have decorated with them before. I'm going to paint them black and white, and this has got that chunky, glittery pieces on here, which do not like to come off very easily. So I'm going to paint these black, and the orange part is going to go white. And I decided to keep it this way because I like the different textures for each section of the pumpkin. The other thing that I'm doing is adding some more glitter to it. So I just go ahead and get some more of the black paint on here. And then I'm going to sprinkle the glitter on there. Because I do like it to have that, you know, a little bit of glitter going on. Not just the texture. All right, that looks really pretty. And I'm going to go ahead and paint the leaf with the black. I decided not to have it white. Just going to rub it off a little bit. I feel like I got a little bit too much on there. Not the way I wanted it to look. So I decided just to go ahead and take my skinny paintbrush here and go over the veins of the leaf with the black. And I didn't like the way that looked either. Let's do that one more time. Skinnier brush. They were just a little too thick. Just try to fix this just a little bit here. I think that looks much better. And I'm also going to be putting some white here on the stem, on the ridges. And I did use some pearl metallic white paint on the white part. Just going to do a little bit of touch up here with the black paint. And here is how it looks all dry. I may have to just fix a few things here. And I am going to be spraying them with my clear sealer. I have matte and gloss. I'm going to use gloss on this one. I want it to be nice and shiny. Now, I want to put a few embellishments on here. You can leave it just the way it is, but I'm going to take some of these black feathers here that I cut off of my feather trim, and some of this lace. Cut it off of this trim here. Also have some of my pearl beads. So I decided to clean up the sections here of the pumpkin with the pearls, and then I will be hot gluing on the feathers and the little pieces of lace trim. All right, I have all the pearls done now, so I'm going to go ahead and glue on the feathers. The next thing I'm doing is adding on the little bits of the lace trim with the pearls. All right, and that is it for the pumpkin there. But I want to add a few more pieces just to fill in those gaps. I have these bigger pearl beads. I'm going to glue in between the lace. And let's get that last one on here. And there we go. And I did go ahead and add a few of the smaller pearls in there too, and you'll get to see it at the end. Now this is my favorite one. I got these wooden looking owls. They're actually resin, they're not wood, at my local grocery store a few years ago, and I'm going to be painting them black and blinging them up. So I'm going to finish painting the small one, and then I will get the larger one painted also. Probably going to take 2 coats. All right, I'm taking my silver metallic paint here, and I'm working on the large one. I'm just going to add some silver highlights here on the brows, the beak, around the eyes. Go ahead and get some of the highlights on the wings. And the tail. And we'll do some on the feet. And a little bit down here. Okay. And I'm also going to take my really thin brush here and do these little grooves around the eyeball. I'll be doing something different on the eye itself. All right, now I have all these little rhinestones here. I got this little container from Walmart. It's got different sizes. And I am going to be placing these on here. I'm going to go ahead and do some for the eyes, the biggest ones that are in the little container here. And now I want to bling up the body of the owl. So I went ahead and put these on. I've already started some of it. The little swirly ones are this right here. I got these off of Amazon, and then I did glue on the bigger rhinestones. This is the small one, and I'm going to do the same thing here on the bigger one. So I went ahead and did that off camera because these are very hard to get on straight. It's hard to do it on camera. But I'm going to go ahead and do this last piece here to show you how I did it, because I want to add just a little bit more over on this side. It's easier to do the smaller pieces because when you try to do the large pieces, they tend to stick together, and you can see this one is sticking together just a little bit. I got to work with it, and it wants to stick to my finger too. This is why I did it off camera, because it's like you got to really hold it close to your body and just concentrate on what you're doing. As you can see, it's not the easiest thing to work with. All right, and you could leave it like this, but I got to add the rhinestones. I did it to the small one. Got to have the bigger rhinestones. I went ahead and picked out a few sizes here, and I'm just hot gluing them on. You can use different glue if you want to. Just got to clean up all the little spider webby looking things that you get from it. So I'm just randomly going to be placing these around where I think I need to fill in a gap. I feel like I need to put lots of rhinestones on this one because he's much bigger, and I'm trying to not have too much dead space around all the little swirly ones. Okay, look how cute he's looking. So blingy. I think I'm going to go ahead and put a few more on. And here is the little one. Aren't they adorable together? So now let's go ahead and place my decor here. I took a few pieces away. And here are the candles. And the next thing you see down here is that picture frame. That is a DIY I did a couple years ago. And there is one of those black and white pumpkins you just saw. There are the two owls. And I put some of my bottles back there and the other black and white pumpkin. And you will notice that it changed at the top with that pumpkin. That is a Dollar Tree pumpkin. Two pumpkins that I also DIY'd a couple years ago. And I also added some black and silver flowers and some little pip berries. And of course, my little rat right there. Actually, the other one too. Actually, I like these rats. Some people say they look creepy, but I think they look cute because they're silver and they don't have like red beady eyes. They look blingy. And I also have a little bit of a nighttime view when the sun started going down, so you can see my purple light in the background. It looks much better in person than on camera. All right, my sweet friends, that's going to do it for the video today. I hope that you enjoyed it, and please be sure to check out everybody's videos. I have the playlist link down below in my description box, along with Monica and Dawn's channel links. I want to wish everybody a very wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.